Hello. I'm just making sure you can see me well. And the most important question here today, can you hear me well? Because I had a lot of issues lately. Yes, finally. You know what? I tested all the gadgets I had. The interesting thing is, whenever I test them out on my own time, and I do the unlisted private live, everything's fine. Anytime I come on live, I don't know what happens, and something is off. And for example, now I know that we're going through the transitional time, but for example, now I'm supposed to see the live screen on my computer, but I don't. So I'm watching it through the phone. So a lot of interesting things are happening lately. Okay. Hi, Shelby. I know that you have pre-booked via PayPal. Oh, sorry. Via PayPal. So I do have you in queue. Okay. And in case anyone else will be booking, I will note it down. All right. Awesome. Let me do the live chat so I see all of your messages one after one. And today we are doing your 7-day prediction. And I sat down and I'm chilling. I don't know how about you. It was a really productive day today. I'm super happy. So I set myself up, light a candle, had a really good meal. I hope your day was great too. Or if it's starting, it's going well. We have 3 options here today for you. Option number 1, I know it may be the opposite for you. Option number 2, option number 3. Go by the number. If I were you, I would choose by the number. And with no further ado, let's go. Numbers 1, what do we have for you next week? Week and a half energy. We have the 9 of Pentacles as your main card right here. Hi, Lorinda. Oh, the light doesn't help me out here. So your overall, straight away, this is the week of self-sustainability. This is the week of independence. This is the week of strength. That's when you may want to buy a new perfume for yourself, or buy something new, or look good, smell good. It's very important for you how you dress, how you show up in your everyday life. It seems like you may even receive quite a lot of compliments for the work that you did, or how you look. People will just sense that you are radiating this energy of someone who is independent but who's also self-sustainable, and someone who looks good. The way you walk, the way you dress, it feels like it shows in your exterior here. I'm also seeing those who may be struggling with, maybe you are too attached to a situation, to an object, or to a person. You will want to set yourself free. And I'm not talking about unhealthy independence here, where, sometimes people say, I don't need no one. No, we need each other. You are in a really good balance between, yes, I am attached, but I'm also detached whenever I have to be detached. So let's pull more cards here. Let's see. What do we have for you? What is the story here? Group number 1. What is the story here? We have the 8 of Swords. Another 8 is showing up with the 8 of Wands. Then we got the Chariot. Yeah, overall, this feels like to me is someone is setting themselves free from maybe even some sort of a negative self-talk or repetitive thoughts in your head that you don't necessarily like. If you look at the Eight of Swords here in this deck in particular, there is someone who got lost, got tangled in the web. The thing is, we're not there anymore. We are moving freely. So if some of you felt like there was some sort of a blockage, would it be mental blockage, energetic blockage, you're not feeling it next week and a half, we're seeing a smooth sailing journey here for you. If you have been looking for answers, group number one, and you felt like if you're not going to get the answer or clear message, you cannot move forward, you are getting those answers, those emails, those phone calls, or overall clarification of the situation. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What is the highlight for you? Next week and a half, what is the highlight? We have the King of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords, again, very action-based. We have the Emperor. We have the Two of Wands. We have the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, let's peek at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we have there. We have the Ten of Wands. Again, this feels like a past energy together with the Eight of Swords over here, where someone is letting go of some sort of a burden. May have felt like literal cockroach on the back of yours, where you wanted freedom and you're gaining freedom. Next week is a great week for my people who have their own businesses or who are trying to make a hobby a business. This is a really good week for my single people as well. Or people who are in relationship but who feel that they have a sense of independence there. Who feel that there are two individuals who know themselves really well, but they decided to be together. And why this is going to be a good week for you, it's because you're very much focused on being the best leader of your own life. You know that you are sitting in this chariot over here and you navigate in this chariot. You're chasing your passions next week and a half. It seems like if someone wanted love or flirtation or to go on a date or to express their passion in a work sense, they are doing it and they are being recognized for that. So if we're talking about dates, those dates will be full of interesting conversations, but also a lot of chemistry is happening. If you are single and if you've been thinking about going on a date with someone, I would highly suggest doing that next week. Is a really good time frame for you, energy wise. I do see here a message for someone where there may be a person who used to be in your life who will want to reach out to you next week and a half. Most likely masculine energy here, a very charming individual. How will you like that? Oh, Two of Cups. Yeah, of course, you will love that. Someone from your past is resurfacing. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be an ex, It could be a situation where you haven't seen a really good friend for a while and you always have a lot of fun. Great quality time is what I'm getting. Quality time. And they're reaching out to you saying, hey, I'm in your town, or it's been a while, let's catch up. I do see that some of you will be quite stubborn next week and a half, especially when it comes to exercise or your routines, which is a good thing. You don't want to just ramble aimlessly through life next week. You're very much about discipline, routine, having your shit together. And you're planning quite a lot. You're planning, it's interesting, not from the masculine energy as much. You're planning from the feminine with the High Priestess, where you're trying to tap in internally, tap into your inner GPS to see where you need to go next. This is a great week for my people who always wanted to start sports or exercising again next week. I would highly suggest that you sign up for a gym or some sort of a class, because there is a chance to continue it for a really long time. Why I'm seeing a chance, because Every week has kind of unique energy about it, and it seems like the next week's energy is really positive to do these things. And where maybe before, if you signed up for a gym, you would have lasted, I don't know, 3 months, half a year. Where next week we're gonna have, there is an opportunity for you to stick to it for way longer and make it your routine. See, it's all about discipline and routine for you here. But don't get me wrong, this is not boring. This is not boring stuff. You are excited, you're on the move, you're seeing people, you're meeting people. If you are not, if you're sitting in this Eight of Swords energy, your cards are asking you to go out there and explore life. Okay? Let's see what else. By the way, quick interruption. Lemuria, I got your booking. Just to let you know. So first we have Shelby and then we have Lemuria. Okay, now let's look. What else is important next week we're gonna have? What are you coming across? Relieve anxiety. Now this is a card for my people who tend to have anxiety. Not, who feel anxious from time to time, we all do. But this is something that someone has been struggling for a while, or it's much more intense than for other people. You may want to look at, again, exercise, some sort of maybe a better routine or start to a morning that allows you to feel grounded from a get-go so you can carry this energy on for the whole day. Why this is important, I'm feeling here, it's because if you do not scatter your energy all over the place, feeling this anxiety, you can do quite a lot with it. So you are putting it, seeing like a bucket, and from that bucket you are directing that energy where it needs to go instead of spending all of that energy on anxious thoughts or your body maybe is tense and things like that. This is a week also, someone who's watching this or will be watching it tomorrow, if you felt that you had anxiety, but you maybe never dove too deep into it, how to deal with this, I would really say this is a time for you to go deeper and to find what helps you out. Because you will realize then what kind of, quality to your life you have been missing without doing something about this. This feels like, oof, I took some time to deal with this, and now I feel like I'm having such a peaceful day, or much more peaceful day. Where have I been before? Hello, 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 Canada. Now, one more card from the Urban Tarot. Okay, what to watch out for? Now, this does apply to you, but it more so applies to the people who are around you, especially the older people, okay? Watch out when it comes to putting your sensitive information online. Basically, watch out for scammers, people who use your information for some sort of shady business, or talk to someone who's maybe a bit older and they don't know about this in your circle so that they are aware. And it's interesting because today, for example, my mom called me and she said, hey, there is a message from the post office. Is this package yours? And I went, no, it isn't mine. I looked at the message and it didn't even seem like it's a message from the post office, because post office doesn't send messages like that. They try to be like a post office, but it didn't really work for them, the way it was phrased and everything. So making sure that people don't click on the links, or maybe if you're working with collaborations with other people, if you have social media accounts, watch out. Google the emails, where you're getting those emails from. Google the companies. If you are still unsure if that's the company who sends you a promo or sends you a collaboration opportunity, send the email straight to that company whose name is there to double check. So that's that. Now we're going to do a yes or no for pile number 1. If you have any questions that you need answers for, ask away in your mind. And We're going to have 5 options, okay? Melissa, these timestamps are done after the live. Or sometimes very nice people, they put it in the comment section before I get to it, if I do forget sometimes. Because when you do the live, the time goes backwards for me. It doesn't show me the time that normally shows in a video. For example, now when I go on the slide, it goes minus 30, minus 324. So it is backwards. Okay, yes or no? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Take your time. See if you have a yes or no question. If you don't push it. You don't have to. It's always nice to leave some mystery in your life. And if you need some more time, stop it right here. Usually, the first number that comes to your mind is the one to go by. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 has a maybe now. It means that you're not going to get a clear answer about the situation because there is a surprise factor here. Something that you're not supposed to know just yet, or there will be a surprise that you're not supposed to know about because otherwise it wouldn't be as exciting. So this is a positive maybe. Not like a maybe, yes, maybe no. No. Every time this comes through, this is a good maybe. Number 2, another path is yours. There is something better out there for you. Look elsewhere or explore all the options. Make sure that you are not stuck only on that one thing. Be a little bit flexible with this. 3, it's a straightforward yes. 4, the situation may have delays to it. So, for example, if someone is asking, how will my trip to Dubai go, right? Make sure you take extra time, you leave the house a bit earlier because there might be delays. You may have to interpret this to your situation, how this sits in your situation, but I hope this is making sense. And number 5, there is a yes, definitely. A strong, strong, strong yes. So now let's jump to pile number 2. Whoever has chosen this pile, let me have a sip of drink before I start. Your card, group number 2, Page of Wands. Next week's and a half energy is a very fun and enjoyable energy. That's when you want to play, you want to go out there, explore life. You may want to go on trips, visit people you haven't seen for a while, or ask a friend to go somewhere or your partner to go somewhere with you that you haven't planned really ahead. A lot of spontaneous ideas may come through. This is a time of exploration for you next week. Be curious about life and situations thrown at you, especially some things that you are interested or passionate about. Research, right? Any DIYs, for example. If someone goes, I feel like I would be good in this. I don't know. Let's take knitting, right? I feel like I would be good in this, and maybe my community would benefit from these creations. Sign up for a course or start learning about it yourself. I feel like this is the week when you are going where your fire is, and your inner child is very present with you, so there's a lot of laughter. Okay, let's switch decks. For this pile of 1, the Tarot of the Angels. Okay, what is this week about for you? What can you come across? We have a star. Actually, we'll put the cards this way so that you can see them a bit better and it's not upside down for you. We have the 8 of Swords. We had it in pile number 1 as well, pretty early on, so this may be a collective energy already. Star, the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Hierophant. We have the King of Cups. We're gonna be talking connection here and dreams and goals mostly. Marriage and dreams and goals. These are some of the themes that are coming through. Nine of Wands and the Queen of Swords. That is pile 2. We just started with pile 2. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there is a bit of nostalgia here with pile number 2. Next week, we're gonna have, don't be surprised if one day nostalgia will hit you, and especially when it comes to some things that you wanted to try, but you haven't tried. This will happen for a reason. Say you always wanted to visit, I don't know, Ireland, and you never did. Your cards are asking you to reclaim or get back some of the dreams, or look at your bucket list and start working on those. The theme here is I live once, and I better stop saying tomorrow, next year, next month. I want to make sure that I do it now. So I'm going to take one step at a time, but walk towards my goals and dreams here. Something that is really important to you, something that makes you come alive when you think of it. Does that make sense? I really want to push this. Pile number 2, I really feel like someone doesn't maybe trust themselves enough here, or someone doubts themselves. Can I actually do this? You can. One thing that you will have to do probably is to work a little bit harder towards it. And then maybe you would have worked on it in the past, because I feel like in the past you had either more time or more energy. But you still can. You still can experience this. If anyone watching this, they always wanted to live like a van life, or they're not very... I'm hearing catch me if you can. If you tend to have that kind of a soul, and you were always an explorer, the next week your cards are asking you to look into it a little bit more. Make some plans so that you can start living that life. Start slow. You don't have to have the whole plan written out, right? Start slow, one step at a time. I do also see pile number 2 next week will be focused on saving money, or making sure that the money that comes in their account is used in a very intelligent way. Another topic that we see here is marriage. And now, either you are single or you are in relationship or married. What's important here is that you are thinking about how this looks like to you, how you would want to, what kind of partnership you want to create, what kind of family life you want to create. You may have a conversation with someone about that. Specifically, I'm getting maybe an older or more mature person. You may be getting wisdom from that person. Those who are married for a while, you may be talking to your partner saying, hey, what is something that we want to improve? Or what is something that we want to change or bring back that we used to do that used to be fun? So this is a really good week for finding that spark again, focusing on romance. But it's a bit different than on pile number 1. Here it feels much more mature. I really want to be honest with myself. How do I see marriage, and what do I think marriage means to me, and what is the most important things in marriage? You are coming through to someone next week. They may even tell you about that as someone who's really strong, someone who's very strong-willed, or someone who doesn't beat around the bush, a straightforward talker, communicator. Even if I'm seeing some of you may not see it that way, but someone is really, they kind of look up to you in the way you talk or how you express yourself. That is very highly valued by someone. I don't know if this is a work situation, or this is someone who's just in your circle who would say, you know what, this person has balls. So someone sees you as a person who has a lot of balls, especially in terms of speech. Okay, let's see what else. I keep hearing, don't hold yourself back. Go for what you want. At least you have tried it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but please, you don't know how this could change your life. Anything to watch out for that is not necessary for you. Anything to watch out for. We have the Judgment. We have the Hermit. Ooh, and we have Justice. This feels a bit karmic to me, to be honest. This goes for you or people who are around you, whoever you're dealing with. What to watch out for is judging the book by its cover from a get-go. Specifically, I'm seeing a situation where someone is walking on a street and there is a homeless person. They don't look really well. And the way they look, someone goes, oh, they probably are on drugs, or they probably are here because of drugs. It's in someone's thought. But the actuality, the actual problem I'm seeing, it's a different problem. The way this person looks, health-wise, it feels like it's because they are sick or because of their illness, not because of the drugs, right? So it's just an example what I'm getting here. So apply this to your life. Next week we're gonna have, maybe if someone wants to talk to you and you go, oh, I don't want to share or talk to this person or be in their presence only because the way they look or how they dress, it must mean this. Your cards are saying you may be very surprised. You may actually vibe with this individual really well, or they may have crossed your path for a reason to bring something to you without you really knowing. Does that make sense? What else? I would watch out for any gossip or bullying situations, not to even be involved in the circle if this is happening, unless you want to stand up for someone. If that's the case, then I'm seeing really good karma points here. For protecting someone's heart. Yeah. You are getting something in exchange for protecting someone's heart. And it's not because you are doing that because you know you're going to get good karma points. It's because you know how probably it feels like. So that's what I have for you. Let's see what else. The Wheel of Fortune is here. What else do you want to say? What is this Wheel of Fortune about? The King of Swords. I don't know who needs to hear this, but whoever has a child, know that your child is protected, and you probably came to this reading just to hear that. This is a very personal situation to someone. Protected and safe. That's what you gotta know. Okay, let's do a yes or no for pile number 2, and then we're gonna continue to pile number 3. If you have any yes or no question in your mind, go ahead and ask away in your mind. There's going to be 4 options for pile number 2. See which number pops up in your head as an answer to it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you need some more time, stop it right here. And let's start with numbers 1. An answer to your question is a straightforward yes. 2, it's a no. 3, it's a yes, definitely. It even rhymed. 4, not the right time. Not the right time to think of this, to focus on this, for something to happen. Give extra time. Be flexible time-wise here, okay? So I hope this made sense, group number 2. Let's continue with group number 3. Group number 3, the main energy we have, the Chariot. Pretty strong here. You know what I saw in my vision? I saw a knight with a sword, cutting heads off. So when I do see a vision like that, I go by what does this make me feel like? And this made me feel like I am unstoppable, but at the same time, I'm doing this for some sort of cause, and I'm not thinking twice. I know what my mission is. I know what I gotta do. This was pre-planned. I am protecting my territory and I'm ready for it. If you have a very important job meeting where you have to stand up for yourself next week and a half, group number 3, you're gonna be cutting heads off in a metaphorical way. You will show up to someone as someone who is unbeatable, or someone who has so much drive that it's almost dangerous. And this would also apply when you go to an interview and they say, you know what, you are overqualified for this role. Okay, we are using the vice versa tarot for you here. Let's see. Okay, of course. Look, talked about the knight and the swords, right? I do think that this knight in this deck is has the biggest sword of all of these. Next, more knight energy here. Yeah, it's literally maybe some of you are coming out of a dark night of a soul type of situation here. You're coming out of this difficult moment of your life. I feel like there is this almost like a time jump for pile number 3. Like a quantum leap next week and a half, where even the versions of you that I'm being shown, this was the version of you last week or last month, and this is the version of you now, and there's so much that has changed. You may even hear it from someone in your circle, like, damn, there's something different about you. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Another Chariot is here, upright. Oh, you're on a mission, pile number 3. Knight of Cups, upright. The Hermit reversed. Hey, you're coming out of a hermit mode, it seems like. The Nine of Swords reversed, which is great here too. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So where are you going towards to? Here. It feels like someone is a bit pissed off, but this works for them, because when someone gets pissed off, they go, you know what, I will never allow you to do this again, or I will never put myself in this situation again. I've had enough. It feels like someone has had enough. It could be a relationship scenario here, platonic, romantic, doesn't matter, where someone has set very clear boundaries here. And they go, no, I've been in those situations. It made me feel very anxious or very confused, or I felt like there was a shell of me left. And what I'm doing next week and a half, I'm showing my power. And you're not shy about it. You know, there was a saying, confidence is quiet, assertive, but it's not loud, right? Here, it feels like someone is loud because you need to roar like a lion. And they're going to show people their worth in some way. They're going to show it through either really well completed tasks. If this is a work situation, it's to the perfection. Or the way they look, the way they dress, the way they talk to people here. You're also very fast moving next week and a half. I do feel like it's very important for you to be in a good balance internally, especially when it comes to acquiring money. If you feel like you are chaotic, it may influence your wallet in some way. So for some of you, it influences your wallet because you then maybe go, I don't know, some people emotional eat. Other people, when they're sad or when they feel chaotic, they go shopping, right? And it does influence your wallet. Others, it could be that they're making very not well-educated financial decisions. So you're noticing next week and a half, whenever you are in this balance, you know, the black and the white horse over here, it affects your work situations or your finances very much, and you want to stay in that balance. But in order for that balance to take place here, to appear in your life, it feels like you gotta say something to the world, directly or indirectly. There's something that I gotta say to you all, or to this particular person that you may be dealing with. Why is the Knight of Cups here? The Two of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Seven of Swords. Okay, what to watch out for is watch out for romantic situations that seem shady from a get-go. You know what? I don't remember which forum that was. I just literally read it today and it made me laugh. Someone posted messages saying, hey guys, I'm not very naive, but I also have a good heart and I don't know what the situation is about. Basically, that's what this reminds me of. A friend of a friend, they got together. She's a female and he's a guy. They started chatting. They went for a couple of coffees, but they decided we're gonna stay friends from a get-go. And this person, 2 weeks later, meeting this girl, I think 3 or 4 times for an hour and a half, said, "You know what? You're my best friend." She goes, "I found it a bit weird, but maybe he's lonely and we get along well." Then a couple of days passed. He goes on some trip and he messages her, "Hey, could you? I have a problem with my card, something along those lines. Could you send me your card details just to fuel my tank? I will get it back to you once I'm back." And she goes, "I never was in a situation like this. This is very weird." And then everyone in the comment section goes, "My God, saying you are my best friend in 2 weeks, red flag, and giving away your card details to someone that you don't really know." And then he goes, "But yeah, this is weird because this is my friend's friend. So this is kind of like, oh, I don't want to be an asshole." So what to watch out for pile number 3 next week and a half is when you are sensing that something is off with a particular individual here, it's probably off. Okay? It's probably off. One particular scenario, if you're sensing that someone is showing you attention, right? They are hitting on you, or you had maybe some sort of romantic interaction, but you have a feeling that there might be more people involved with the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. Very likely it might be. So please trust your gut when it comes to this. Okay, what else we have here? By the way, whoever just joined, this is pile number 3. So go back a little bit if you want to check out the other piles. What else we have here? We have the Two of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, there is some sort of connection here, romantic or platonic, that is making you feel very overburdened. And again, the swords are coming through. You will want to cut the bullshit. You will want, if there is any uncertainty, you're like, I don't have time for this. Again, you are in this warrior mode, pile number 3. Next week, we're going to have, it's like, you see, no one can fuck with me. I don't have time for this. I have places to be. I have things to take care of. A lot of you are highly focused on your finances. This is a good thing because I feel like you are going to be looking for ways how to earn money or to keep money that you haven't explored yet. So looking for new paths, techniques. You may be researching, you may be listening to podcasts. I feel like this would be beneficial to you in the long run, especially when it comes to investments. And take the advice from people who know what they're talking about. So do your research about those individuals who are listening to as well. Let's do a yes or no at the end of this reading. If you have a question to which an answer is a yes or no, go ahead and ask away. We're going to have 5 options as your answers. I'll go by the first one that rings in your head the moment you ask a question or think of a certain situation. I wouldn't overthink this. Some of you may want to ask a couple of questions and choose a couple of numbers. A yes or no, pile number 3. Group number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As usual, if you need some more time, stop the video right here. We're starting with number 1. And the answer to your question is not the right time. Okay, whenever this appears, this is asking you to take extra time to do something, to take action, to sleep on it. Or not the right time for you to know about this just yet, or to get an answer just yet. It will come with the right time. 2, there is something better for you out there. Look elsewhere. Something that you may be focusing on, maybe it's not a priority right now. Say if this is a work situation and if you're like, oh, should I continue in this job or should I move on? Look elsewhere. Look at the freshness of it all, right? Fresh solutions. Modern solutions I'm also hearing here. 3, it's a no. 4, it is a yes. And 5, it's a maybe. So the maybe tells us that there is a surprise here and that you're not supposed to know everything about it just yet. Every time I pull it, it reminds me of a birthday surprise. Okay, where you don't know what's gonna be happening, you come back home and then hey, everyone is there. It's a good maybe. Okay, there is some sort of a secret here, but not a bad one. So I'm gonna take a minute to look at your bookings, guys. And we're going to be jumping to your live readings, live private readings. Whoever still needs to book, I'm taking questions. We have 2 people in queue. Very nice. Very chill. Okay. Shelby. Thank you, Allison, for coming by. Passing by. You too have a great Easter. Okay, let's tap into questions. I'm telling you, there's so much happening lately with tech. Like, for example, I opened my Hotmail right now, and there's some service announcement that things are off or something is not working. It doesn't really surprise me anymore for the past weeks. Okay, let's go. Shelby, you said I had a manifestation spell done on you, on me, a week ago, and it was working out pretty well for me until last Friday, when the effect suddenly stopped. I'm confused because the spellcaster had pulled tarot for me and said the spell would have a good effect on me. Is there a reason, maybe an energetic spiritual blockage, why the spell suddenly stopped working for me? For context, I'm currently going through some issues with spirit attachments. I am aware of this. I was suffering from negative intrusive thoughts. They could be possible reasons, but I'm not sure. If it's possible, could you also give advice on how to rectify, fix the issue? And there is one. Okay, let's see. What is the issue? Yeah, Shelby, retrograde stuff. But you know what? I keep having this way before I retrograde, so it is crazy. I don't mind, but it does affect the quality of work. That is the only thing. Well, I want to put out videos for people and chat with them, and I can't. Okay, let's see. Let's talk manifestation. What is the possible issue of this? What is the possible issue of this? A lot of sword energy here. Let's see. I want deeper cards. Which deck do I need? I want something deeper. I got you, nomadic reader. It just came through now. Okay, let's see. What is the issue here? How can you fix this? Listen, I do not see that this is mainly external. What is happening here is we have a lot of thoughts here, and it feels like you sometimes have this inner battle with yourself. You really need to talk to yourself in a little bit nicer way. Maybe journaling would help you out here. Journaling might work here for you, where you talk to your friend like you would talk, and also in your head, like you would talk. You talk to yourself like you would talk to your friend. We do have fragmentation here. The thing is, with this fragmentation card, it seems like the issue is not as much, the outside forces. It feels like there are two sides to you, two parts of you that sometimes go in a battle. And when you do go in that battle, it feels like then it can destruct or destroy some of the maybe great ideas or great manifestations you have had. Queen of my world is the way to go here. Basically, look, we have two cards. What is the issue? We have fragmentation. There's also a lot of times fragmentation happens when people go through traumatic events, or after those traumatic events, we have a lot of negative self-talk. We also have soul fragmentation that happens during traumatic events, right? If we talk about energy, when we feel a bit split. And at times it shows up more than other times. So if I were you, I would work on grounding. I would connect to nature as much as possible in the physical reality here, and get out of your head as much as you can, or get out of the some ideas or thoughts that are not necessarily factual or true or right here in front of you. And the grounding itself would be really beneficial. Now, what to focus on is Queen of my world. Focus on reclaiming that fire. Reclaiming that fire. Instead of being fragmented over here, where there are parts of this person that we see in the card. I don't know how much you'll be able to pick this up on the screen. No, you can't. It's quite a dark card too. We are focusing on getting ourselves back on track here. Getting that color back into our life. Okay, let's see, how can you do this? What are the next steps? What are the best next steps for you? Also, the fragmentation is the state of ungroundedness. It reminds me of the Seven of Cups, where things are floating up in the air. I don't have my 2 feet strongly on the ground. What are the best next steps? Are you doing any exercise or anything that is physical that helps your mind to quiet down? When you work out, or when you play team sports or anything like that, your mind becomes a bit more quiet, your body becomes stronger. So you're also gaining stamina, and you're training yourself. I really feel like some sort of exercise would be beneficial here to you. Even like long walks, not like just chill walks, but those walks where you come back home and you go, oh my God, I need to go shower because I am sweaty AF here. What are the best next steps? Yeah, anything that is really physical, that makes you feel good in the physical body, makes you feel alive, is the way to go. Focus a little bit on that. Magician is coming through here again. Remember, we had this reading with you today. The magician was following you there, and it is following you here. Why this magician is here? What does it want to say? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, in order to move forward also with your hopes and dreams, focus on the earth. Your cards are asking you to focus on what the earth has to offer. Work with the Gaia, work with the earth. Okay? Same like physical body, right? Thoughts are not so physical. Thoughts are up there. They are flowy, they are floaty. The physical body is the way to go here for you. Any other issues that were caused? No, again, swords. Swords is the air. These are the thoughts. These are the thoughts. Anything else that you need to know here? Anything else that you need to know here? Listen to your own gut a little bit more when it comes to actions that you'll be taking. It's almost as if your cards are showing the future version of you that is being guided by this gut feeling again, but it feels physical to me. It doesn't come from your mind, it comes from your body itself. Where you are focusing on that feeling, where do I need to be? Where do I need to go? Who I need to connect to? It's that raw kind of intuition here. But overall, I hope this made sense. It's a lot of air here for you, a lot of air energy that wants to be turned into the earth energy here. Find the workout or exercise that you enjoy. This may also include other people. Maybe this is some sort of a team sports, or there are other people around, or something like that. Okay. Next we have Lemuria. What is the best approach with R to make things work? We are in a long distance connection. Okay, let's see which deck I want. Steampunk. What is the best approach with R to make things work? What is the best approach with R? We are in long distance connection. With R, we see that here. We see what is the best next step for you? See, first thing that is coming through here, Lemuria, is acknowledgement that this will require work. So your cards are asking you, how much are you ready to invest into the situation? Do you have patience with the Seven of Pentacles? Are you going to wait around for this to bloom? Why I'm saying that? Because we have the Seven of Cups saying that the choice is yours. You are the one who's choosing who is close to you, who is in your circle here. And the first card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles, indicating that this will require quite a lot of work. It depends on both of you how you're going to navigate the situation, but it feels like this will, for you personally, will require quite a lot of patience. What is the best next step for you in order to make this connection happen? Let's see. Best next step for you. How does the spirit see this connection? What does the spirit want to say about it? What does the spirit want to say about this? Yeah, this connection has a lot of potential, but there's a lot of waiting and longing here, which makes sense. You have to be really, both of you have to be really honest with yourselves. Are you committing, and are you going to be patient enough? Because there is the question mark there. Since the decisions, I don't feel like they were made to the core, I don't feel like they were grounded in so much, I'm serious about this, I'm really like sticking to this, whatever happens. That's why I don't see the outcome so much, because it's up to both of you. It takes two to tango. For you, what is the best thing to do here is to talk about how you envision this connection with this person. What do you want? And what does this connection? What does this person want? And avoid any uncertainties. Basically, your cards are asking both of you to be transparent. Are you happy? Whenever you feel that you are unhappy, talk about this. The Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords are saying, hey, I'm not gonna, as an advice, I'm not gonna hide that I'm lonely or that I feel like I'm left out or that I'm not getting enough attention. I'm not gonna pretend, I'm not gonna be quiet about this, okay? And not to say that someone needs to start drama here, but to say that someone knows what to expect from a get-go, and someone knows how much time, attention is needed in order to build upon this relationship. There is potential in this. There is, but there is a lot of time that I'm seeing here where someone is feeling lonely. And a lot of questions. How does this individual think of this connection? What does this individual think of this connection? You make this person very happy. When they are communicating with you, you do make them happy, but it feels like the moment you are apart, not in contact as much, or maybe they're working, you're working, whatever the case, they are in between. It's almost like they are in the state of uncertainty a bit. What is going to happen? I know that this person sees you as a good partner in general, good potential teammate. Look, but there's so much unknown in the world. There's so much uncertainty here. People gotta, you two people gotta really, especially you here, you're coming through as the Queen of Wands. You gotta talk about what makes you happy from a passion point of view, from a passionate perspective. What drives this queen? By the way, this is a very passionate queen. And she's touchy, she's feely, she needs that. She likes to explore the intimacy. She also attracts. She has this kind of magnetism about her. So it would be really difficult for someone here to continue this for a long time if they were not getting that. So that's something that your cards want you to think of. Any other advice? Oh, something that I told you before, communication. Very clear, direct communication here. Not scary one, okay? Not like ultimatum style, but clear communication here. What you need right now. What do you need right now? And I feel like this person needs that. They need it in order, I don't want to say they need to be pushed, but sometimes they do. And in this situation, they need to be poked a little bit, nudged. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? The world keeps coming through here. You are under the same sun, the cards are saying, right? Under the same sun. There are logistics that have to happen here. How much I know I'm gonna need you, to what extent, and how much will you need me? The physicalities of it all have to be explored here. So answer yourself a question. Do you have enough patience? Would you feel lonely in the long run, right? If this was extended period of time. Because when someone is feeling like this for a long period of time, then all kinds of stuff may happen, and that can interrupt, influence the relationship. Mm-hmm. I feel like Lemuria, foot has to be like put solid on the ground, and you gotta be very clear with the self first, the self, and then with the other person. Let's look what we have next. Nomadic reader. What about you? You said, I don't have a specific question though. Maybe what does Mother Nature want me to know? Let's use the Mother Nature deck. Well, at least that's the way I see it. What do you need to know? Nomadic reader. Oh, she's here. The Ten of Earth is here. The Ten of Earth. The Ace of Earth. Heart chakra. You have a lot of greenery here. Oh, okay. So there is a theme here. Give me one second. I feel like I want one more deck though. Maybe two. We'll see. We'll see. First thing that I'm getting here, you're getting a big pat on the back for your flexibility in this life. Flexibility will take you places and will allow you to learn quite a lot of things. It almost feels like a thank you for not being rigid. Thank you for always being connected wherever you are. There's something to do with locations, and those locations, wherever you go, you bring that sense of home with you. So keep doing that. But there's one thing here. Freedom is great. Freedom is great, and you're supposed to explore freedom. In this life, this is really important to you. If you feel like your freedom is restricted in some way, you probably feel like you are in prison. But another side of it, your cards are asking you to recognize when you have hard time committing to one thing, or a hard time when it comes to routines. This could be the other side of a pentacle. Another thing, what I'm seeing here, care a little bit more for your heart. And why I'm saying this now, it feels a little bit weak to me, energetically speaking, and I'm also hearing nutrition. Pay attention what you put in your body, because I am getting either, is it a heavy food, or is it carbs, or is it oils or milk or some sort of fats? The doctor will tell you exactly, you know, what you gotta do. So I'm just covering the basis here. The theme that is coming through: focus on your health right now. That is important. Not to say that you are, you know, you are ill or sick or anything like that. The heart needs to be strengthened. How we can do that is to watch a little bit more what we are putting in our bodies. That's what the herb has to say. Work with, take advantage of what comes from the earth and is not touched as much by the machinery. It is not basically that food that I'm seeing, it wasn't amended to the point that it's not healthy. And especially I'm seeing greens. Greens, greens, greens. Do you feel maybe a bit more bloated, or you feel a bit more heavy when you eat certain foods? Because I feel like if you skip that, would it be lactose? Would it be some sort of fats or carbs? You know your body, so you'll know what it is for you. Um, Notice how much lighter you are feeling. If I were you, I would really look at the nutrition, and I know there are some tests there that would tell you what works with your body and what doesn't really. So tracking how you feel after certain meals is what is coming through here. And you know also why? Because if you're feeling a little bit heavy, if your body feels heavy, you know, like those crashes after lunch or after too much sugar, when you feel a crash coming, you become sleepy. If you are feeling this, it may be really difficult for you to connect to your intuition, because intuition is right here. It's almost as if the body is weighting me down and I cannot really tap in. I'm gonna tap in whenever I feel lighter. Okay. What else? You've been eating out too much and it's start cooking again. Yeah, it's not, you know, what I'm sensing is not, it's not about eating out or eating indoor at home. It's about what you choose to eat. It's very interesting, because when I tapped into, yes, restaurants or places, I'm like, nah, it's what you choose to eat there. Anything else that we need to know of? No, another pat on the back here saying, well done for always being open to learn, always being open to change and diversity. That is a good thing. What are you going to be tapping into that would be beneficial to you in the next couple of months? Social life. A little bit more social life I'm seeing here. Expanding your circle probably, which is good. It inspires you in some way too. So keep socializing. I hope this was beneficial. Let me see if there is no one else here. No. Double check on my phone. No, I just received an email from someone I need a reading for. Okay, so that's what I have. I'm gonna go offline now. Make sure I remember your timestamps. And I gotta do the Patreon video, and I'll be having an evening to myself. Thank you for passing by here, whoever joined me in this live. And I'm glad that the marriage situation is sorted, because it's like, if this is not gonna work today, I don't know what to do, honestly. So have a beautiful evening or morning, whatever the time is with you. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.